Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rogers Kakasungura YouTube channel. A big thank you for the support you're granting this platform. William Ruto was being interviewed by the Mount Kenya media houses. Wakati alifika huko, walimketisha chini and they were interviewing him azungumze na wananchi wa eneo la Mount Kenya. In his speech, Ruto said and confirmed to the world that Kenya sells tea to Sudan. They confirmed. Kasema, even now, we sell tea to Sudan. Can we listen to what he said?
Okay. Even after they say they are not buying our tea, the market itself has forced them. We sell tea today to Sudan. So there is absolutely no issue about selling of tea. And that is why we are making money in the tea sector. Let me also tell you about the...
In this particular analysis, we want to find out if indeed it's true Kenya is exporting tea to Sudan. Je, ni ukweli? Or William Ruto was in his usual lies kudanganya watu wa mlima ili wampatie nafasi ya tembea rudi Nairobi? Tunauliza, je, ni kweli vile Ruto alisema katika vyombo vya habari Kenya nzima na kimataifa? Je, ni ukweli kwamba Kenya exports tea to Sudan? Can we listen to this?
Welcome back. Kenya's tea industry is facing a major setback after Sudan indefinitely suspended all imports from the country. The ban, announced by Sudan's Ministry of Trade and Supply on the 11th of March, has left tea exporters scrambling for solutions, as millions of dollars worth of tea already in transit now faces uncertainty. Tea stakeholders are now urging the government to intervene.
Sudan, one of Kenya's largest tea markets, has placed an indefinite ban on all imports from the country, citing diplomatic tensions. Just a day after the CS Agriculture Mutahi Kagwe's visit, the ban has sent shockwaves through the tea industry, with fears of massive losses for traders, producers, and smallholder farmers.
All these teas will not be able to be shipped out of Mombasa due to this ban. So it is going to have serious negative economic impacts to the tea trade, not just in Kenya alone, but mostly in Kenya, because Kenya controls 80% of the teas traded through the port of Mombasa.
The East Africa Tea Trade Association, IATA, says the situation is dire, with over 200 containers of tea meant for Sudan currently stranded at the port of Mombasa. Some of the tea has already been packaged and branded for Sudanese buyers, leaving exporters with limited alternatives. Industry players warn that this disruption could destabilize the entire tea supply chain, as Sudan imports specific grades of Kenyan tea that cannot be easily diverted to other markets.
So the above will negatively impact the tea auction prices and have a serious negative economic consequences in terms of the farmers' returns and earnings. We therefore would like to request the Kenyan government to urgently engage the government of Sudan to allow buyers and exporters of tea from Mombasa a window of at least 1 month to clear the already dispatched teas destined to Sudan.
Sudan's ban follows tensions over Kenya hosting a meeting for the Rapid Support Forces, a paramilitary group in Sudan's civil war. In retaliation, Sudan has taken strong measures, including banning Kenyan tea.
RSF here came and formed a parallel government. The government of Sudan has now banned importation of Kenyan tea. If you are familiar with Khartoum, utajua kwamba wanapenda sana kahawa majani ya Kenya. They actually take it black tea with a lot of sugar.
Chad, previously reliant on Sudan for tea imports, has shifted to Nigeria and Cameroon due to disrupted trade routes. With Sudan blocking Kenyan tea, industry players are asking the government to act before the crisis deepens. Eugene Mbeka, NTV, Mombasa.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is about, let's say, 2 weeks ago. About 2 weeks ago, the government of Sudan banned the importation of some products, including tea, from Kenya. News ikafanywa, vyombo vya habari vikatangaza, taifa nzima likajua from an official communication from Sudan. Ikasema kuanzia leo, kwa sababu ya mambo ya bad diplomacy, bad relationship between Sudan and Kenya, we have decided to ban importation of Kenyan products, including tea. Ladies and gentlemen, why does Ruto lie to the people of Kenya in broad daylight? I want to ask the media, why do you allow the president to lie on TV screens, lying to Kenyans and the world? Because he wants to achieve his own selfish interests. Why do we allow such on television? Ruto lies to us in broad daylight, and we assume he works with that lie. Now, the government of Sudan is now responding to William Ruto's claims. And I want to read for you what the government of Sudan is saying. This is their response today after Ruto's yesterday remarks. Embassy of Sudan, Nairobi, dated 1st April 2025. Press release for immediate release. Clarification on Sudan's trade policy regarding Kenyan imports. The Embassy of the Republic of Sudan in Nairobi wishes to clarify Sudan's trade policy concerning imports from Kenya. On March 11th, 2025, Sudan's Ministry of Trade and Supply issued a decree suspending all imports from Kenya in line with Sudan's national interests. This decision has been fully implemented, and since then, no Kenyan products, including Kenyan tea, have been imported into Sudan. Sudan remains firmly committed to upholding this trade policy as part of its sovereign economic and diplomatic considerations. The embassy emphasizes that any claims suggesting otherwise are unfounded and inaccurate. At the same time, the embassy reaffirms Sudan's commitment to regional cooperation and constructive dialogue, guided by the principles of mutual respect and non-interference. So ladies and gentlemen, up to that point, do you still agree with William Ruto's yesterday remarks that Kenya sells tea to Sudan? It's up to you to judge. God bless you. See you in the next episode. Asanteni sana.